Welcome back to the workshop, Handyman. We are in the shop today over on the mechanical side. We're trying to work on this old vise I found. It's a good old vise, but it's nasty, greasy, kind of rusted up, and I would like to make that thing look new again. See what we can do with it anyways. It's a pretty quick little repair, I believe, but it needs to be cleaned up and repainted, so I think we want to do that. And I happen to have been given some cleaners to try. We've got the new Super Clean. These are engine degreasers. For this one here, we'll do your wheel cleaners, your that type of thing. Cleans up, foams away grime and brake dust. I have not tried that yet, but I will be doing that soon. The one we're going to probably be using today is going to be, I want to see how this works. This is a spray on, it has a stream or a spray. We're going to go ahead and probably spray this one down. This one is more of a foaming action, I believe, in an aerosol can. So I've been using other degreasers and cleaners, and as a matter of fact, I think I hit this a little bit with one of them already on this vise. We're going to try the Super Clean method and see if we can get some better results so it gets it down to where we can actually paint it and have it ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with taking the vise apart, which is not really a big problem because this one should be able to just slide apart. And then we'll take it out here in the yard and spray all the parts down and see how she cleans up, but get all the nasty out of it, and that way we can start afresh. So we'll set up and spray her down. Let's see how she looks when we get done. Okay, I've sprayed her down and let her set for, I don't know, about 4 minutes, I guess. And now we're going to go ahead and just see if we can hose it off. See if we can wash away the dirt. This almost looks like it's washed away some of the rust to go with it. Thought it was just a degreaser, but I tell you what, it loosened a lot of that rust up on it too. Definitely can watch the grime leave it. So. Holy smokes, that looks good. All right, let me bring this back into the shop and we'll take a little closer look at it. Okay, we dried it off a little bit, brought it in. I'll tell you what, that did a good job for just that couple of minutes on there. Like I say, I'd already tried this with some of my other cleaners and it didn't come nowhere near close to this. And it's not a rust remover, but I tell you what, just out there working on it, that dissolved rust and everything off of this a good bit. Not that it's going to be enough to say it's done, but it's definitely got a good chunk of it off of there. So anyway, Super Clean. Looks like it's pretty good. We'll go ahead and start cleaning it up just a little bit more with a little sandpaper and stuff, and be ready to put a little coat of paint on it. But heck, it didn't hurt the finish or anything of what's already there. I thought it was in real bad shape, but darn, a lot of this might just need to be shined up and say to heck with it, because the paint on it's in pretty good shape. So I thought it was a lot worse than that, but I think it's not. I think just some of the glossy areas may need it. We may not even be painting this. So we'll go ahead and check it out. We might try a little bit more on that Super Clean on a little project too. Let me see what I can do. Okay, while that's drying, I think I'm going to go ahead. Curiosity, so that did such a fantastic job. They've got this all-wheel cleaner that I can use, and it says to rinse off the tire here, and then we're going to with cold water, and then we'll coat it and let it set for 30 seconds, and then we'll rinse it thoroughly and dry it a little bit. So I've got my truck around here, and we're going to go ahead. I don't know if this microphone's going to pick up on a lot of this wind and all out here, but we'll give it a try. My tires aren't real dirty, but they probably ain't gonna hurt them any to be cleaned. The rest of the truck's kind of on that way too. So let's just give her a quick spray down and see how she does if the wind don't blow my camera over also. So let's see here. We got on and off. Okay. Ooh, that's a foamy. Got some dirt and grime around here, so we'll make sure we're sprayed down good and see how much foaming we need to do. That ought to take care of that. So let's let that set for just a couple of seconds here. It definitely foams up good, and there was just a little dirt. I don't have a lot of dirt on there, but it definitely can probably use it. I wonder, and while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead. I have this right here also this is a kind of a rubbery made product. I just wonder what it would do with it. We're going to test it a little bit because that little step always gets dirty. So we'll let that set for about 30 seconds also. And then we'll go ahead and rinse this off and see how she looks. I think that's probably it. It looks good and clean. We'll have to dry it off a little bit. Give this just a half second more to sit on there. I don't know if it's going to do anything. It's not really a tire, but let's see if it does something. All right, we're going to let all that dry and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm getting distracted from the original project, I know, and I hate to break away too much, but that first clean really kind of surprised me on how well it did work on that product. And I have to go ahead and see if I can check and see what these other ones are going to do. Let me get, I think I'm going to try the two super cleans that are, one's the aerosol and one is the spray bottle. So we're going to go ahead and put one on one and see if there's a difference on how well these things work. This is my grill, which I've been needing to clean. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do a little aerosol, and I want to see if one of them is better than the other or if they both are good. We'll just set that there for a little bit. I'll try to put it out of the way a little ways, and we're going to find out if one's better than the other. We're going to let that sit about 3 minutes, I think, something like that. I don't want it to dry completely on it, but it's definitely eating some away. So we'll give that a couple minutes and I'll come back and hose it off. Okay, I guess while we're waiting on the other parts of my grill to get done, we're going to look at this, and I don't know how well this is going to do it. This is the wheel I just sprayed. Tire looks good. It's clean. It's not shiny or anything like that, but just this here is pretty good. Looks pretty clean. Let's walk over here where I did nothing to the other side and see what it did take off, because this one's not been touched. And I don't know how well this camera's going to show it, but you can see there was some wheel dust just like that on it. So it did clean it up and I didn't have to scrub it. So I think that was pretty successful. I don't know if that's like I say, the best test there is out there, but it did pretty decent with it without having to touch it. So we'll call that a win still. But we're going to still wait on the grills here. They're almost ready to be hosed off. So we're going to go ahead and I I think we'll go ahead and hit that with a hose real quick. It's been about 3 minutes, and see how much that grime comes off of it. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, like I say, I don't think the camera's going to probably do this a whole lot of justice, but that came pretty darn clean actually, and this one came pretty clean. I don't know if there's a lot of difference in the two of them or not. This looks pretty compatible, so I think I'm just going to flip them over, but that cleaned up without any problem, that's for sure. I did not scrub that or anything. That was just it working its magic on it. So I think I'm going to flop them over and do the other side, and that'll make the wife happy anyway, so it'll be cleaned up. Okay, we've got this all cleaned up, and I tore it apart a little bit more on the vise. It's in good shape. Man, I like the way that stuff worked. We're going to let it dry, then I'm going to hit it with a wire brush, and we'll see if we can probably hit it with a little bit of paint. We got it all tore down. This is all there is. This is basic workings of the device. This is the plate that turns. Normally we'll have some bolts coming up through here that attach to this, and that's what locks it in place. So when you spin it, you're loosening that up. And of course this just slides in and screws into that. So that's pretty much all there is to a vise. Ain't a whole lot to them. But we'll clean this one up. We'll try to show you a quick picture of it on another project so that you'll see how it all turned out. Didn't mean for it to kind of get into all this that I did. I was definitely wanting to clean it. And it looks like I'm going to have to find a spot on my shelf to keep my super clean, because that stuff, the degreasers definitely performed as well as any other ones I've ever had. So that was quick, that was easy. I never touched any of them with anything more than the garden hose and the spray. So, and part of these things were pretty nasty. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the vise a little bit more today, but that's kind of boring watching me just wire brush it and sand on it. So we'll do a follow-up video and see how the thing turns out, and we'll check with you on the next project. I did want to mention that Super Clean was kind enough to send me this. They didn't pay me or anything for endorsement. They did ask me if I wanted to you know, use the product in one of my videos that I'm working on, and let them know how it was, that they would appreciate it, and that's what we did. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of the product in my videos because it's going to stay on the shelf. So we'll be good. I thank them for giving me the opportunity to check the product out, and we'll keep them in mind on the further projects. So thanks again for joining me on a little project, and we'll see you on the next one.